play is medicine. It's a balm. It's a salve for life's horror and intensity and anxieties. It's something that is bestowed to us as a gift that we can use to bring all that intensity into innovation, into imagination, into a way where we can accelerate our lives and lessen the blow by being able to cathartically express it and learn about ourselves. Because playing, even when, especially when we were children, was a way for us to learn about ourselves in environment. And so if we can prioritize that in our relationship with each other, then we're golden. Then we're able to see ways of looking at how intense certain things are in new light, and then we're able to navigate it better. And plus, it's fun. Having fun is really crucial, you know?
Yeah. If you're not having fun in your day-to-day, then what is the point of any of it? What is the point of working so hard at something if you don't actually enjoy it?
Yeah. And we've really prioritized that. I think out of anybody in our friends group, we've definitely prioritized play and having fun. And not just in like the typical go to the club, get drunk way, but in the way that's just like, hey, let's go out on this like a big adventure around the island, or like, let's go drive somewhere and have fun, or like, let's go paint, or let's go dance. Let's go to this like really amazing theatrical show that like evokes a lot and talk about it after. And then inspire that into our own events. Like there's so many cool ways that we've really expand the spectrum of play into a way that it has inspired our souls to like connect deeper and bring our light to the world in greater ways than we ever thought was possible. So play is imperative. It's actually crucial for not only just enjoying life in general, but to actually know yourself in your experience and know that you're resilient. Play, I know that as being a teacher and as an educator for children, is a key to resilience in such unknown times.
Yeah.
Like, it seems silly, but it's actually crucial. And it's interesting how the narrative tells us that it's
not as important.
Not that important, just keep grinding. And it's like, well, it seems like if we just keep grinding and not put play as an important part of our lives, that the statistics show that we're going greatly into depression and anxiety and suicide, and all these things are starting to amp up. So we have to look at that and be like, what's wrong? And what's a cool way to pivot? Because the opposite of whatever that is, let's explore that. So that means games. That means group play. That means, doing all the stuff that we did as a kid, but doing it as adults in a way that's like exciting. And there's ways to do it as a couple. There's ways to do it as like a team, like even like capture the flag or something with a group of your friends. Like, why aren't we doing anything like that,
Yeah.
Group bike rides, something. It's important.
Yeah. And it's not always about an activity either. It's more of a mindset to like, we can find play in anything. You can make washing the dishes playful. You can make
That's true.
Doing these mundane daily tasks playful just by your ability to see it and find joy in it and to change your mindset around what your day-to-day needs to be like and how serious you need to actually take life, or how seriously you need to take yourself. I think we all take ourselves way too seriously as adults.
Truth.
And it's so important just to like find humor in all of it.
Yeah.
Find humor in the seriousness so that we can break that chain of always needing to be so professional or like whatever it is that keeps us in this mindset of not actually enjoying the moment. If we can find a lightness and a playfulness and something to laugh at in any given moment, that instantly breaks you out of this trap of needing to take life in such a dense, like systematic way.
Yeah. And there's times for everything.
Yeah.
If you just need to be like all in, like boom, intense, that's great. Like that's going to create a lot of impact. The thing is that when we keep that on auto lock and it's automatically going that way, We're going to burn ourselves out like never before.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to be present. We're easily agitated, and our cup is always empty. That's not a fulfilling life. I don't care how wealthy or successful you've become. If you don't have your priorities right with your friends and family, you're not able to laugh a little bit and shake it up, then you're not actually really that wealthy. You're poor. You're energetically poor. You know, your mind is like struggling to try to find the next way to get a hit of success or whatever it is. But the real success is having a beautiful, healthy family and, you know, like the ability to make good choices and to really have your values right. And play allows you to discover what those are.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of play in such a way. And yeah, it's been so crucial for us.
Yeah.
Like we've been through a lot of really epic, intense things as life does. And being able to literally shake it up and dress up and like make this a beautiful expression, you know, together allows us to realize that life is just a theatrical play.
Yeah.
And we are the main characters of our own
Yeah.
lives. And we get to dance and perform and express however we like. And so going into spaces where it shows that to us is really, really important. You know, lots of live performances have helped that, obviously. But you're totally right about the fact that how we live and breathe and act is a living art. We've always felt that. And
The theater of life.
the theater of life and the ability to just see it just simply from that perspective alone loosens it up.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like, oh, I'm curious.
Yeah.
And as we've spoken about a lot before, is like curiosity leads to the most magical places in our lives. We somehow lean towards a certain book in a bookstore, or we have the spark to talk to somebody who happens to be the next step towards our career, or we happen to say something to our partner that completely relaxes them and eases the day on such a degree where all of a sudden you see each other deeper than you ever did because the whole day was catalyzed in such a beautiful way. Like there's so many, it seems subtle, well actually is subtle, but it ignites such a floodgate of possibility that was ever thought of before. Otherwise it was trapped energy. From there it's released, you know?
Yeah, it's so important to see that play as a key component into our relationships, because if we're not making space to like really ease up and lighten up and laugh at ourselves, then
We're gonna laugh at ourselves, God.
life just gets really heavy, and
Yeah.
it's so important to laugh. I think humor is the best medicine. Like,
It is.
yeah, play and humor are like two of the things that have gotten me through the hardest experiences, the hardest challenges, curveballs. Like, you just have to think of it as like, this is a great story. Like every time something bad happens or something that's like, oh man, like that's like, this sucks. Every time I have that feeling like, oh no, something happened that really sucks, I always sandwich that feeling with like, oh, but this makes it for a really good story. Like
I like that perspective.
every
shift. That's
time,
good.
if you can
Nice
think of it as like, yeah, as much as this sucks, actually the more it sucks, the better the story it's gonna make.
Whoa.
And when you come out of it, when you overcome that challenge, when you break through that difficult situation that life throws at you, which it's going to, you can either choose to see it as, oh no, I'm a victim and this situation is happening to me and this really sucks, and complain about it. Or you can find it, maybe not in the moment that it's happening, find it hilarious. You'll probably laugh at it later.
Yeah.
But in the moment, if you can use that simple tool of like, oh, this is going to make for a great story. Even if in the moment you don't find it funny, you can still tell yourself, okay, yeah, I allow for this to suck right now, and I allow myself to feel upset, and I know that the more upset that I feel, the more like emotional ammunition I have to actually like get myself out of the situation or transcend the difficulty in whatever way you need to. Because if you can actually use that emotion as fuel and leverage, then it's really like it's a tool to be able to actually move through any challenge and then eventually find the humor in it. And then eventually you have a great story because you went into those steps. You went into the darkness and came out of it laughing.
That's really smart. And like, I'll end it on this. It's like, play truly is resilience.
Yeah, it is.
And as children, we create these storylines that are quite epic, like so theatrical on the playground, where it's like there has to be some like really rough situation that's created on the playground.
Yeah.
There's always like the like, woo, you know, like the kids like have just like pure unabashed like emotion about everything. It's so powerful.
Yeah.
And then there's always this story arc that goes on in the play. In order to actually make it a good play, like a good playful experience on the playground, you got to have the arc of like intensity, tension, like any movie, like any like music video. And then all of a sudden there's like the hero that comes in and there's like, you know, like this epic queen, like all these cool things start to happen. And then it's released into this moment of like, we did it. Oh yeah. Then you band together. That's the crucial mindset that we're thinking of. It's like, if we saw like our challenges as a play that we get to go into, and it's like, okay, let's leverage this emotion.
Yeah.
It's not forever. And there's a way to storyline this so that we can like really catapult ourselves into a better state. But let's celebrate the fact that we're in tension, because that means that we're leading to ecstatic awareness and joy and laughter and all these things, right? So teaches us so much. Like, play is literally embodied resilience. Bam. Thank you so much, everybody. This was a short and sweet one, and there's so much narrative on this that will keep going on in future videos. But if you love this video, if you felt like, yes, like I really do appreciate play, or this is such a great reminder about play in relationships and the ability that at the right timing, of course, to bring in humor and to bring in lightness is such a relief for both parties and also family members, friendships, things like that for yourself. And it's important to laugh at ourselves because we get things so tense sometimes. And it's okay also to be serious and to have deep reflection and not laugh and just be like, yes, I see that. But to have power of choice in that is so crucial. So if you resonate with this, please like it, please share it, please subscribe right now and support us as we share just what's alive for us and what's really resonated, what's worked with us. And yeah, truly play has been such a huge one for us. So please comment how you felt about this video, and we'll be making more. And we can't wait to hear also about what more things you wish for us to express. We seem like to be like an unlimited tap of info that just seems to be coming out of us. And thanks to you guys for promoting and prompting us. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.